Hi everybody, good morning. Doing no task. What's this one? Task 3. The initial access Linux machine. They tell us is recording working. 1, 2. Okay. Uh, we sell hundreds of DeceptiPots on the world every month, but we don't even use them in our network. Show me the value of our product, test it well, and schedule the demo deadline next Monday. Um, this is the task Emily Rose received from company CEO. As newly hired junior IT personnel at DeceptiTech, Emily didn't really know what to do, but still decided to prepare for the demo, configure DeceptiPot to replicate a corporate WordPress blog, deploy the machine in the corporate DMZ, except expose it to the internet and see what it captured over the weekend. Little did she know, a threat actor around the globe enjoyed testing DeceptiPot tool. 2. Can you find how the attack deceptive started? They give us IP address, connection, username, password. The system is running WordPress on port 80-1. Audited is configured for non-standard audit rule. Emily didn't properly configure DeceptiPot. First of all, this line, audit configure not standard root, figure 2. This is part of advanced endpoint investigation, Linux log investigation, leveraging audit for security. This is the part where we basically will solve you the room, the audit rules. Now, let's start first of all. Sorry, I'm inside the machine. You are in Ubuntu, we can switch to root, that's fine. They told us this, so we can go cd var whtml. We see the WordPress, that's the normal WordPress. If you are in TryHackMe room, you just go to config.php, cat w config.php, and of course you get the normal WordPress site, the keys, and then you of course, yeah, what? W user and the password is a password. Interesting. Okay, that's not interesting for us. What is this noise in my? No, this is the. They said that the question. I'm not sure. I'm not allowed to show them. But the question is, what web page did that attacker attempt to brute force? Now, if you know WordPress, the answer you know it because it's already WordPress get login from this one. That's the login page for WordPress, and the admin is this one. So, and they tell what's the absolute path for the backdoor, and you know if you did the CTF for WordPress, you know what exactly will happen here. Of course, now, first of all, let's before we jump, if you do minus LA, first notice is the user. The user on the file is Deceptis VC, so it's not the Apache for now. And then remember this story of these audit things. Let's go back to that. So if you vim etc audit why am I making noise? Oh, I'm not root. Hey, su do su. Let's switch to root. etc audit. My computer when it doesn't like it make a noise. Now you feel a very interesting part because the user UID deceptive C it was created any time there's a ptrace. This one usually against malware creation processes running process. This is the for interested execution part. The bit explanation for this is this part, so we'll come later to this. Always exists audit all syscall, for example 64 architecture exef cve what this track command execution. This is what we interested to see what the attacker command did. And then you have the user, the deceptive VC and key exec label the rule as exec for filtering. So if we filter with a key exec, we'll get the data. So this is what key, and very important, this the user deceptive, because as we said, when we do minus LA, we know the user. So if the attacker arrived through WordPress, will arrive to this user, and then we can trace it because we have rules for that user. Now, yeah, you can do that or search in. You can do the or search in general with a key. We are more interested in the key because that exact key that we have now, we can use it. Um, You see, it give you whole things if you want to say. Oh, hold on. Before we jump to, I'm jumping things. First of all, before we do that, let's go first to var log Apache access log, because we know it's running. If you know Apache WordPress, you can guess what we're looking for here. Um, Not access. Yeah, the access. You will see them now. You can see what's happening here. You can see the W login page. So you can see the question which said, which web page did the attacker attempt to brute force? This is the page that attacker. It's a W dash login. You can see it's trying to access it. So it means a brute force in here. And then look, so it get and you do get and then post request, guest post. It means because you access the page and brute force it, submit a password. So it's password. So if you look, then you can see when it got when you get 300 301 redirect, it means he was able to log in. Still no, not login, not login. Is testing the password. What was the password? Oops, hold on, we have something here. 200, this should be fine. 300 somewhere. What is this? The style. He logged in here. He logged in already here as an admin. It should be redirect. Why is my redirect? W login 200. I can't see. Or maybe I don't see. Because if you log in, it redirect you. Well, Safari. Huh, strange. So this is the line got a 200 reply 236 200. This should be 300 somewhere. I can't see, guys. My eyes are flipping. In any case, so you can see he's a brute fin this. Then he logged somewhere here. And then what exactly he did when he log in? Login page, that's a normal. Still at 200. It's supposed to be 300. Oh, that's 302. The redirect. This is a normal login page, but if you are familiar of WordPress, usually the attacker always go to that theme. You can see now he's going to 404 PHP, and that's the key. The key part is this. So if you follow a WP admin, that's a normal WordPress, then here it's doing something else. Is remember the question said which absolute path of the backdoor PHP file. So the PHP file that access after that is very interesting. It means you went to the theme editor and accessing the 404 PHP file. Now let's go there. So if I go to w content theme, the theme here is what's going on, Blosky ls, and then we can see where is that 44 that things that he installed. And if you go to the 44 elemental theme, and then you can see the backdoor is here. Doing w cron, so it masquerading as a no, no, not this one. No, no, you can see if I set post command, and there's a form there, so you can see that's the, and then post the form. But when it posts it, what do you do with it? System, you can see system post, so you have the system. I don't see it in the log through, because let's see, what's this, not you. um, did he call, I don't know why you do the, there's no PHP password there. It's like he didn't use it, because no, hold on a minute. How many logs are there in that PHLS? Maybe it's a rotation logs or something. I'm not. No, there's no rotation. It's only access and error log. What's in error log? Let's Apache. No, it's fine. So you can stand the 404 is, and of course the PW is, the absolute path is this var whtml WordPress w content theme plus key, and the file is the 404, because we can see it's there. It was edited. Uh, yeah, you can say ls minus lt, and you can see this one was edited in 27 June, so it was recently edited. Why this one also was edited? What's inside that one? No. So basically the 4x4 is the answer for this. What's the backdoor, and then which file path allow the attacker to escalate to root? No. Okay, now let's go to root. First of all, we don't have a user, a home for user, but we have a root. If we cut bash, bash history, now this is ours, because let's see, well, if you look, for example, we have hostname, set hostname, exit, downloading this asset, deceptive, nano, web. We have authorized keys. We have the path for deceptive configuration file, kill deceptive, so it's the stopping process. Some pinging happening here. Then this run.sh, it was, where they got it from, this one. This is ours now. So this is ours. So we know there's some IPs running in circle here, so we know these IPs. Then we come back to that IPs later. Now let's go back to our audit. This one, this not you. This this form, this O search. Let's go back to the O search. As I said, reason for, because we have got etc audit conf, so we have the key that we can search for it, or the os search minus key exec. You can see, if you go here and look very well carefully in these things, you can see the execution here. It's too noisy, but you can see it's in WordPress. So when the guy was doing, you can see it's checking the cron tab. There's a find command. No, remember, now we know the user, that that command is targeting. So we can do, for example, ID this user deceptive. So we can filter the noise a little bit. So we can say is 1002. So we can just say so we can clean our search. We can say o search, and we can do minus k is that the key that we have, and then we can see, for example, minus I, and say only for this user we are interested, for that user. um, then we can get that. Also we can what's that, is that format something, row, for example, report. You can see the command. You can see cat find cat ls copy ss, which is interested, but we don't see the full command here. He did also your name for the in the Python find dash socket, so you can see socket is doing socket here. Now, as I said, you can look here and try to find one by one until your eyes flip, or you can use no, not you. Uh, uh, what? Uh, uh, this command. We can use this one to clean it. O search minus k exact minus a, because now if you do this, it has a, it keep repeating, so we just targeting. I'm more interested in the command itself. So if I do that, so it goes okay. So if you clean this, now we can be clearer idea what's going on. So if we do that, so the command are clear now what the attacker was doing. You can see socket, so he's doing socket. So basically now, remember we're looking for which file path allow the attacker to escalate to root. So you can see what attacker is doing. He got a socket, he got a binary bash. So basically reverse shell, din group opt, find. He's trying to find you want the binaries for SUID, cron tab minus N for the cron jobs, environment. He's searching for RSA in the home, and then he finds something in the back. Okay, let's go back. Also follow the attack. I'm also logging in this session. Yes, there is etc SSH file. It's that back file is hidden, so it exists. That's what attacker found. He found this one. So let's do what the attacker did. Let's do the same things. So attacker did this. So he did back. He copied it to temp and called it key. And then what he did is he search mode 400 temporary key. And then what he did, let's copy the same things to confirm that what happened. Remember now, who am I? I'm Ubuntu. So if I do what the attacker did, and now who am I? I'm root. Who am I? I'm root. So that's what the attacker did. So if you look for the answer for which file path allow the attacker to escalate to root, the file is this one. Hello, this one. ID etc ssh, the bug. That's the one how the attacker become root, and that's the proof of concept. We did the same. No, not you. This one. So we did the same as what the attacker did. What happened here? Yeah, so when you do this, it's exactly what happened. So that's the file. Now the next question, which IP was port scanned after the previous scan? Remember we got this one from .bash history. The history show this part for IP. You can see it's NC because become read logged. So he's scanning for the IP 172.16.86.16. That was scanned, so we know that. The next one is what is the MD5 hash of the malware persistent in the host. Now if you go to TryHackMe room persistence establishing footload investigation the initializing services. So as you can see in the room, say go to etc system. Okay, let's go there. Let's try this shell. Linguistic. So if I go cd etc system and system, so now this is the services they have. So which one is not correctly? If I go ls minus lt, now the first one that come in your head, all of them are, there's no year, so it's the current year, which is 2025. They all have only this one. This one somehow must 3124. Why this one is not like the others? Why this one, for whatever reason, you run as root but 2024? Of course, it's suspicious. Let's cut it. If we go there, he said, remember the name. The name is it's a Linux kernel. It's where it's legitimate name. First of all, it's not a strange name. Key worker is a legitimate name. It mimicking a Linux system. Now we can be smart. Now we can dpkg minus s, for example, and you say that s being key worker, and it tell you no path found machine pattern. So it means it wasn't installed by a package installer. The timing is dodgy, as I said, because why is it in 2004? Now let's go to the next best thing. We can do stat command in that file, and look what stat tell you. 25, 25, 25. This is modified timing. The attacker changed the time. There is a time stamping. Did they talk about it here in TryHackMe? Hunting for backdoors account. The cron, there is no cron in this one. I try cron, cut etc cron. There is no cron. So the most interesting part is this one. So the timing, it was modified to 24, but the reality, it's a new file. So the malware basically is this one. This is the one, the attacker malware. Of course, you do MD5, some yes has been keyword, and you get your MD5. The next question is, can you access the DeceptiPot and recovery mode? This deceptive things. Is there deceptive here? If you go minus H, it tell you minus R recovery key and de-daemonize or something. So we need to find the key. And remember, if you remember the history, said we have something here. So it means there's a configuration file there. So we can go to cd root and you go to deceptive whatever, and then if deceptive conf, and then we can see what I'm doing here. How and where to host DeceptiPot in the root and HTML, user deceptive false, blog. I don't know, there's no blog in there. There is maybe the next, this is the next one. That's for now, let's not jump. Why it look funny this? and you can see copy db root password, so we have root password something. What I'm looking for, elastic password, elastic recovery key. So we got the recovery key here, so we can just copy it. And then what we said, minus R, and then load in, and then of course we'll give you later on and tell you, I think it will show you the flag for the key, and that's it. So we got this one. Basically, if you, this is the key part of it, you know a little bit something about WordPress, you know the logs, you know the key part, also this the search, because the room stated this audit. Yeah, guys, if you have question or something, let me know. Yeah, what else we can do here? Not really. It's straightforward. The logs of Apache, everything. Yeah, guys, thank you very much and have a good day.